What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Thought OPPS. I am one of your hosts. My name is Steel Biz. And I have my co-host over here with you. You tired?
You froze up?
No, I'm saying I have my co-host. No, I was giving you an opportunity to...
What's up, y'all? DJ Bridge, your favorite host. He's like that deep voice.
No, that's...
Why you got cologne on?
No one would know that I have... I'm leaving and I'm going somewhere after I leave.
You looking kind of spiffy?
I look spiffy every week. You'll never see me in the same thing.
Not really.
But I've seen you the same thing about like 5 or 6 times. we see you not about that life.
I ain't got nowhere to go, man. Don't nobody want to see me.
Yeah.
I ain't got no.
Obviously.
I look forward to this every week.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah. But my week was all right, man. Had a
short.
Nah, I didn't have a good week. No, I'm just playing. I had a great week. No, I'm just, test of loyalty this week, but in test of a man, the fight that he makes, the grit that he daily shows, the way he stands upon his feet and take life's numerous bumps and blows. But sometimes,
where you get that from?
That's a poem that you have to learn to become a part of the great organization of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. But
shout out to Alpha Phi Alpha.
So it's sometimes you just go through these things, or you go through things, or you notice things because they're part of life's lessons, man. Life lessons. Always lessons and things that you learn, and you learn about people too. Because sometimes it's not even the person that's upset with you. It's the person that delivered what they delivered to make that person upset with you.
Who said that? You?
That's something that I came to understand, because sometimes when somebody's receiving something, you're not there. You don't know how they receive it, right? You don't know how it's presented. You don't know how it's presented to them. So they like, okay, F this person. I ain't dealing with this person. It's the person that's delivering it, because sometimes some people, in Jamaica we call it sus. Some people just love to sus. So it's called sus in Jamaica. That means people that run around and just be gossiping and be carrying information and stuff.
Gossip.
Yeah. But life is good. Life is grand. It's about to be Christmas. I get to spend some time with my family. Oh, okay. Go ahead. What was you about to say?
No, I said we gonna have a conversation. We gonna have different conversations this show. We're not gonna have a structured show like we normally have. Me and Steele was talking. I call you Steele or Terrence? Which one do you?
Dude, you act like you just met him.
I mean, it doesn't matter. Sometimes I'm gonna call you Terrence, but we figured that when we don't have guests, we just gonna have like conversations, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm lazy. I don't feel like having the whole structured show. I feel like you guys learn a lot more about us too when we just sit here and just have like just conversations that we normally would have like off camera. So the first thing we was talking, we're gonna talk about different topics,
but we was talking about something earlier before we started.
Okay, let me tell you about my week first, and we can get into
your week sucked. But go ahead.
No, actually, my week didn't suck. It did suck. I worked this week, but I also this past Sunday I also had a good
community service.
Yeah, community outreach in Lakewood, Ohio. Talking to people is like, different from me or whatever, learning. And it was a real good, conversation. We have real good conversations all the time, real good energy and everything. And, I love learning and, talking to people that's different from me, be it race-wise, be it, sexuality-wise, and, gender-wise. I just love learning about people and meeting new people. And hearing about their life and what they go through and their struggle and everything, especially when it comes to their mental health. So it was real dope, and I'm looking forward to do a lot more in the community and talking to people. Trying to talk to some of these kids and reach some of these kids, because we all know that it's kind of out of control.
I personally feel that you do a lot of community outreach, a lot of community service. I'm starting to think you on probation. I'm starting to think that you on probation and you ain't want to say nothing. And this is something. This is mandatory that you have to do this.
Like you think I'm front like
yeah,
you
like on community outreach. I like to reach out to the community and deal with the children. It's like, okay, great. I don't really believe that, but as long as you're learning something from it. Yeah. Listen, you gotta learn, like, being human, you have to learn from situations that you put in. Now, I do have a family member that is incarcerated, and I talk to them, and it seemed like when I talk to this person, I'm not even gonna say who it is, when I talk to this person, it seemed like they have learned from their mistake, and every time I have talked to this person, they grow because they're learning from what they did. Yeah. And that's why I never really bring up what the crime or whatever they did, but I always talk to this person. They feel like, dang, you are in the direct everything, even, and that's a bad situation, and it's a bad consequence for things that you've done in life. But as long as you're learning from it and you growing from it in a positive direction.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I feel like we as people, we should grow. But I think that's why we have so many issues now, is because people become stagnant and they afraid to grow. They don't want to grow. They get so comfortable being the person that they are.
Well, you know how I feel about that anyway. About being this color and being like that. I feel like we taught through trauma. We feel like trauma is how we should operate with everything.
Yeah.
Which I think that operating through trauma is very immature.
Yeah, I agree with that, because I feel like when you have so many things out there to help you.
Because it's like, I'm telling you, like we don't communicate, right?
Oh, man.
We don't communicate. Like, we would have an issue with somebody, we don't communicate. But the first thing we want to do when we see this person is we want to cuss them out or fight them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going to let people know, if you cussing me out, you want to fight me, you going to jail. I'm just telling you, like, if you, I mean, we may fight, but you going to jail though, because
I'm too old to fight.
I'm too old to be fighting. It's like you.
Too much to lose.
They be like, yeah, man, but you still going to jail. Both of us probably going to jail.
Man, you know what? Like, since I've been working on myself and working on my mental health and trying to become a better person.
Since you've been on probation?
I've learned, because I've always been one of the type, I'm like real big on respect, so I feel like I kind of always met disrespect with, like, I got to say this. But you know what I've been doing? It's like when somebody say something that I don't like, or like to get on my nerves, I just look at them like this and don't respond. I just be like, and just go that, like, don't give them a response, and it's been working. I kind of like it.
One thing, I have a bad habit, and like anybody that know me would know this. I would actually have somebody say something, if like somebody I know say something to me that I don't like, and it doesn't register right away. Mm-hmm. And I would go and I would think about it, let it process, right?
You see, that's the Virgo in you.
Yeah, and then it'd be like 2 days later. I'll finally be like, "Yo, can I holler at you real quick?"
Yeah.
And then the person. Last time I did that, man, when I was having a conversation with the person that was watching the show, and he said I didn't like the show. He's one of my somebody I know for a long time.
We know y'all like it.
Yeah, but he was making a bad comment. He was making comment. He said I only saw 2 minutes of the show. Yeah, and but like he said that, and then I took it like, okay, his opinion. But then I started thinking about it, like his opinion was like he was trying to deter me from doing something that I wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't done in good nature. It was done because this person is dealing with whatever he's dealing with, right? Yeah. Because when I asked you how much of the show you watch, you said, I saw 1 to 2 minutes of the show. And then when I called him, right, and we talked, like I called him, like I think it was the next day. He said, man, you should have told me that. No, that's how I process. I process things first, then I let it register, and I let it marinate. Because they told me, for one thing, they told me that before I was about to do the show. So which made me feel like you telling me that before I'm about to do the show because you're trying to have a negative impact on me doing the show. Yeah, and then it was kind of, but that's...
Oh, yeah, before I forget this, man, I meant to say this earlier in the show, too. I just want to give a shout-out to my boy, Bo. He lost his grandfather this week, and I just want to get a shout out, let him know I'm praying for him and family. He's like always a big supporter of this show. He's always sharing our stuff, and without me even asking or whatever. So I just want to let you know, man, I'm keeping you and the family in my prayers, and you know, know you lost your grandfather. I've been checking on him all week and everything, so I'm going to do that really in the show. You just...
And I want to give a shout out to somebody else too. Now that you even said something like that, I want to give a shout out to Nazy Nay because
Nazy, we love Nazy.
Yeah, she is a big promoter of the show, and she's like always promote things. She always like put me on track when I'm feeling some type of way about stuff. She always like making me know that you bigger than stuff. You certain things that you bothered by. It's
just know you got beef with Nazy, you got beef with us.
Yeah, because Nazy, thank you, Nazy, that's my girl. Yeah. All right, so before we even started the show, right? So we were talking about because we both grew up in the church.
Through many we were having a whole bunch.
Yeah, so my father is a preacher. Mm-hmm. Your father's a preacher too, right? Or deacon?
Somewhat. Yeah. He's heavy into this.
Yeah, my father's a preacher. So we grew up in the church. So we've been around the whole black church life our whole life. You know what I'm saying? Before I left Jamaica, I was in a Shiloh church. And then after that, came to America, was in a Pentecostal church. After I left the Pentecostal church, we went to, I found non-denominational because it was like, it sounds cool. Like, that means we not a denomination.
We're not giving them no money until they pass that plate around.
Yeah. So it was kind of like different. But, the church have always been a part of my life. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I know that, it was Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday. Mm-hmm. And sometimes Saturday because they had the kid church on Saturday too. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So church is a big part of life. But we were talking about pastors, and we started talking about pastors and infidelity, right? So we started talking about pastors being...
Well, why did we start talking about it? Do you want to say why we started talking
about it? Because we was talking about... we was talking about TD Jakes, and then we started talking about
videos is coming out.
Whatever.
P Diddy's parties.
And then we started talking about Jamal Bryant because there was a lot of talks. You know what I'm saying? And the TD Jakes is alleged information, but we was talking about the not Puff. We was talking about Jamal Bryant, and I can't remember his wife's name, but when a part of the reason why they split is because of his infidelity and being with other women, and while he's still married to her. So we was talking about pastor infidelity. So we started talking about, like, if you find out that your pastor or the person that's leading the church, and there's a sin that he preaches against,
you could just say she too.
There's a sin that this person preaches against, and would you leave that church because of that, because this person preaches against this sin and then they fall short to this sin?
So what was your conclusion? What did you come up with?
My conclusion was okay, it depends on the relationship that you have with that pastor, and how how much you arrive for that pastor, and how much you because I'm gonna keep it real, I haven't been a big member of the church since I was younger. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I don't really have that the only preacher I have a really good relationship with is my dad, right? Yeah. But
and I know your dad. Your dad is a very good man.
Yeah,
real good.
And he actually lived by the word. I could tell. So I actually knew, you know what I'm saying? I actually had a good idea on how to live by the word. Because I remember I used to leave and go to other kids' houses that was in the church when we. And it'd be like, man, this ain't how this is. I'd be like, oh, y'all different here. Y'all different. You know what I'm saying? Because because my parents used to be honest about the Bible and honest about living a structured life. I ain't never heard my parents cuss my whole life. I've never heard my parents say a cuss word out of their mouth. I have never heard, and I'm not saying my parents are perfect, but they actually, the structure that they have in their house was a structure that the Bible taught them.
Yeah, and like my dad, when I was younger, my dad, he knew he was, because my grandfather was a pastor, I have uncles as pastor. My father was in the church, but he wasn't living that way. But then once my dad got saved and started living that way, my dad stopped drinking. He stopped partying, listening to music. He stopped smoking weed. You know what I'm saying? And ever since then, I haven't seen my dad. And I was in probably a freshman in high school, and my dad stopped cussing. I haven't heard my dad say a cuss word. Partake in any of the other stuff. So my dad's been real disciplined too, as far as that. So.
Yeah, but the question, would you leave your church based on And y'all put it in the comments too. Would you leave your church based on, and like, share, and subscribe? Would you leave your church based on your father, not your father, your pastor? Because we talking about fathers.
Church
okay.
father.
Yeah, sinning and doing certain sins that they preach against.
Now you want to hear my opinion?
Well, let me say my opinion real quick.
Go ahead.
I think that it's totally up to you. Would I leave? See, it's kind of hard for me because I don't to talk about that because I don't really go to church like that.
Yeah,
you know
but
this
this is a hypothetical hypothetical thing. This is a hypothetical conversation.
Yeah, and I feel like pastors are still people.
They're still,
but in defense of people that feel that pastors still feel people, but they feel like they have to, I feel okay. This is what I'm gonna say. If you telling me not to do something, right, you better not be doing it too.
Yeah,
because it's time for me to move on. You know what I'm saying? If you can't really abide by, because you are given a certain, and they say
you're a leader.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, and you're given a certain certain sense of spirituality, right?
Yeah.
And if you can't abide by what is supposed to take me to that next level, why should I listen to you?
Yeah.
I might as well just listen to any other man on the streets.
Yeah. I agree. I'm I'm one of the type of people. I'm non-judgmental. I try not to judge people because there's a lot of stuff I've done in my life that I wouldn't want people to judge me about. But it gets to the point. It's like how much cheeks you clapping up in the church? Because if you clapping more cheeks to me, you in the church, I'm hating. No, dude. Like I'm going to another church or something like that. I can't rock with you. But it's just like, being serious though, it's like it depends on the pastor married, right? You just thinking like the pastor married.
Yeah.
It's like, man, I can forgive you maybe once, especially like if it's brought to and you ask for forgiveness. But it's just like after that one time, it's just like if you do it again, it's like, come on, bro.
What about other sins? Like I've known churches where pastors have been found smoking crack. Like if your pastor's smoking crack, a crackhead pastor, Pastor Cracky, Pastor Cavassier, Pastor Cavassier and crack. Would you go back to that church?
Woo, man. You know what? If he ain't stealing and pawning nothing out the church, I mean the church is still.
But I'm saying you smoking crack.
If he got caught once smoking crack. You know what? Crack
is a very addictive drug.
I give you another. I'm like a person that give you another chance. You could mess up one time.
You don't even go to church, so this.
But still, I give you. Like you get caught smoking crack. Okay, crack is an addiction. I know it's kind of hard.
This is what I'm
working addiction.
This is what I'm. This is what I'm be thinking about. I'm giving these time money. My time money buying crack.
My time money busting.
My time money buying crack. No.
Yeah, like if you keep asking for time money, they keep upping the ante.
Well, the times it's not them even asking for time money. When you actually work, you should give 10% to the church.
Where's he buying the crack at? He buying the crack at church?
It don't matter where he buying crack. He buying crack through the church's money.
What if you see him buying crack at the church?
Because that's how they get paid, is through the church.
Yeah, but what if you were going to church and you see like people buying the crack at church?
That's definitely a sign for me to leave.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll leave then. I can't.
But I'm just saying, like pastors, I just feel like they have a certain responsibility. Yeah. Don't be smoking crack in the church.
Crack is whack.
Okay, so Christian Keys had came on his live and he said that he has a name for us, and all of this information is alleged. So everything that we're talking about right now is alleged information. Like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. So Christian Keys got on his live, and he said that there is someone in Hollywood that is a multi-billionaire who have made passes at him. It's a man who have made passes at him and have tried to SA him and try to, use their power to get him to do certain things.
Okay.
In order to get further. Okay. I'm trying YouTube, so I'm trying to say it.
Yeah.
So he went on live and he was talking about it, and it's kind of like, I know that as far as SA, you know the word I'm talking about, I know that women go through it in Hollywood, and there are men that go through these things too, but they never talk about it. I mean, there are kids that things happen to because people are sick, disgusting, and nasty. Yeah. So these things happen to them. So, when he was talking, I was looking at him like, that is, he a victim. Something happened. That's messed up. That is really messed up. That is just terrible that this person has to go through this, that he got somebody trying to clap his cheeks, and he's just trying to make movies and give us content. Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I felt bad for him, and we could go ahead, say anything that you want to say.
I mean, I feel the same way. I felt bad.
I felt bad.
Because I'm a real big advocate for victims of abuse, being sexual, physical, mental, everything. But I've been reading the comments of some of the stuff.
That's what I want. That's what
and a lot of people been using. Everybody has a right to their opinion, but I don't agree with these. I don't agree with these opinions that this is why black men don't come forward. It's just the way that he's doing it.
Oh, that's what it is. I think that what he said may have happened to him. I wasn't there. I don't know. It's all alleged information. It may have happened to him, and if it happened to him, that is bad. Yeah. But the way that he's going about doing it and trying to out this information is very opportunistic. Yeah. Very. You in the comments, like I could have a conversation with you. You in the comments, man. You talking about, man, y'all gonna go crazy when y'all see what I'm talking about. Because you doing stuff like that,
and it kind of seems like you trying to extort somebody. Like
it does seem like you're trying to get what you want to get. You know what I'm saying, in the situation, but you're trying to use your tears for sympathy, so we could be like real sympathetic with you. It's like, dude, if you going through this, just say the name.
Yeah, and I think
say who it is, because if I'm a victim, and I'm not saying that everybody is different, right? Yeah. Everybody's different. He's different. But if something happened, right? Something happened with, you know what I'm saying? I'm not about to. And we all have childhoods. We all have things that have happened to us. Yeah. I'm not about to be on social media talking about it with a whole bunch of people I don't know and talk about, y'all gonna go crazy. I'm saying, when I say
and then like, I think the comment that turned me off was like, oh, it's crazy how many people said the name, and
it's like you playing games with it. Because if it is who they allegedly Tyler Perry, y'all need to box. Because if
you play Blue's Clues,
playing Scooby Doo, like I'm about to go take off the mask, take off that, and then it's gonna be a Tyler Perry. Then they're gonna take off the Tyler Perry mask. Like, oh no, it's Oprah. They're gonna take off the Oprah mask. They're gonna have Velma telling us, you know, saying like from Scooby Doo, like, oh my god, and then somebody gonna be like at the end, they're gonna be like, yeah, because this is what happened. Like, bring us through the whole scenario.
Then Claudia Jordan came to his defense, right?
Yeah,
Claudia Jordan.
Yeah,
but then she just came out, I think today, with an accusation about something that happened with her.
She have a lot of accusations. Yeah, because I don't think she's lying, man. Because we live in a different time back then, where stuff could happen, where stuff happened like that. And plus, Claudia Jordan is a very good looking woman.
Yeah, and no disrespect to anybody that's a victim out there. And I know people deal with things certain ways, but you bringing it to social media, I can't do nothing about it. I mean, it's cool that you could let people know so it won't happen to somebody else, but it's just like, I feel like you have to take the proper steps and
go to the police. Go to the police. Go to the police.
And,
at this point, go to the police, because you said you was going to the police.
Yeah, it's just like, if I need help, I'm not gonna keep running to social media and telling everybody and playing these Blues Clues, like who is it? Playing these games and being under the comments like, it's crazy. Everybody said the name. Well, that's
because this is the thing, though. We living in a time right now where like a lot of people have abused their power and abused how much money they have, right? Yeah. And then we are living in a time right now of mental health where people are realizing, and they've realized before, but it's extra noticeable now that that SA, the R word, those things affect people tremendously.
Yeah.
To the point where it can mess up the direction of who they become later on in life, right? And they have to get therapy behind it to try to fix themselves. They have to, and sometimes they're never fixed, but they learn how to deal and cope with these things, right? Yeah. So we're living in a time to see how dangerous that whole thing is, right?
Yeah.
But then I feel like we got people like him that is making it harder for victims.
Yeah,
and he is a victim because if this happened to him, yes. If this allegedly happened to him, yes, he is a victim.
Yeah.
But you are being irresponsible with how you are delivering the whole thing and how you are handling this. I can't. I'm not gonna say nothing totally negative about him, but man, I can't rock with that. You know what I'm saying? Because there's other people. There's other people that's going through this, and it's something that messes people up traumatically. And I'm not gonna rock with it how you rock with it because you on social media, you like you tip and type
and please stop using the excuse. I understand this is true, but please stop using this excuse that this is the reason why black men don't say no because you're playing too many games.
Yeah, it's got and if it isn't Tyler Perry, that's messed up. Cause I feel like if it isn't Tyler Perry, then who is it? Is it Medea? No, I'm joking. I shouldn't have said that too early. No, it's not Medea. He said it was a man. But
but man, I don't know, man. What, stand on business?
Yeah. You always, you know what? One thing that disturbs me about you, you always come on here talking about you the most liked host.
I said, see, I don't even say that. So you got my words mixed. I say I'm the favorite host.
Yeah.
I didn't say most liked.
Which makes me think, did somebody tell you that? Like, is there people like trying to tell you should do your own show because?
Yeah.
But you're homeless, so where you gonna do the show at?
You know, they tell me like, why do you even work with Terrence? You should just kick him to the curb.
Who's the people that tell you this?
Like,
because I feel like it's people been trying to sabotage me for a while now. Nah, I'm joking. But I this, you know what, man? There is a word.
What's the word? What is the word? Let us know what the word is. You want to
loyalty. I hate that word.
Okay.
The reason why I hate the word loyalty, and I hate when black people say it. And can I say black people? I hate when black people say it because
hold up, time out. Do you hate when all black people say it or certain black people? Because you can't just.
I hate when all black people say it.
See, I have to disagree
because I feel like being black, we live under trauma, and it's kind of like we taught that trauma is what raises us, and trauma is what we live under. Loyalty, I feel like a lot of times people say loyalty like you're not loyal because they don't want you to grow.
So let me ask you. So you say you hate when black, so it's okay when white people use the word loyalty.
I don't care what they do, because I'm not white, and I'm around mainly black people too. So my experience, most of my experience is with black people. So what white people are doing, and I have a few white friends, few white associates, and I love everybody. You know what I'm saying, but as far as like when I'm around like most of my social circles, mainly black people. And I hate when I hear black people talk about loyalty. So
basically, you saying black people that's around you, or they should just take that word out their vocabulary and just don't.
Yeah, because it's stupid. I think it's stupid because I feel like.
So why do you think it's stupid?
Because loyalty.
I think that's.
Because I feel like loyalty. Because I feel like loyalty is what's the word I'm looking for? I feel like loyalty is given, right? You don't have to continuously talk about being loyal or are you loyal, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like the word loyalty, when people use the word loyalty, and that's not the only word, it's a word to make you not grow. It's a word to make you not be like,
you gotta explain it.
Let's say you went away to college, right?
Yeah.
And then you come back and then you start acting different because you went away to college. You know what I'm saying? And you around different people. You around people from different parts of the country. Yeah. And then like I dealt with that when I used to come home, and then my friends be like, and I'd be like, well, I'm about to go do this. I'm about to go to Indianapolis. I'm about to go to this place because they be like, man, you not loyal. Like you not loyal to the situation that you were previously in. You don't if you don't go places like at ghetto like let's say we at the bar and we about to fight. You about to fight. And I'll be like, man, let's kill that. That's stupid. You know what I'm saying? We grown now. We don't need to be on. Yeah. They'll be like, that's because you ain't loyal. You know what I'm saying? I've been in situations like that. Be like, you ain't loyal because you don't want to act ghetto and act like you ain't got no sense. And I feel like a lot of times loyalty is a word that's thrown on you just so you don't grow.
Grow how?
Doing the right thing, doing things that are more socially beneficial to you.
So basically, you're saying the word loyal is used to hold you back.
Yeah, it is.
To keep you stagnant.
Yes, it is. I feel like the word loyalty is just used to hold you stagnant. And then maybe I shouldn't say all black people. I was joking when I said that.
No, he wasn't. He had to realize.
No. I was joking. Like, I think that when it's used like that, in that sense, when it's like being loyal and being like, just like I hate the word real. Like I hate when people
like, I'm a real nigga.
Yeah, I keep it real. Like, I feel like that should be just evident already, and just be something.
I agree with you.
It's something that's within you. Like, you don't have to keep telling me how real you are. That's stupid.
Yeah.
Like that.
I mean, like when you said people shouldn't use it, I mean,
they shouldn't. It's just like saying woke. Like, that's another word.
Yeah,
that's another word. Like, dude, I had a friend that used to say woke all the time, and he used to, the only reason why he was so woke because he was on coke.
No, but
allegedly. But I do have like paperwork that show from the courts that. No, I'm just like, no, I could pull it up. I mean, because it's.
Yeah. Okay. Now,
yeah,
what I gotta say about loyalty? I think loyalty is an action word. It should be shown and not.
Yeah, and not constantly said.
Just constantly said. But I mean, me personally, I don't hang around people that use that word. Like, I don't even like hang around that many people. Like,
I was just about to say, you have no friends.
Yeah, like my circle is real small. Like, I got maybe about 3 or 4 friends, and that's not even including you, because you my buddy, you my partner for life. Like, not.
Yeah, that's not weird. But go ahead.
No, but like me and you though, and you say stuff or whatever, about how you feel or whatever, and I know the reasons why you feel the way that you feel, and it don't offend me. You know what I'm saying? All I can do is just use my actions to show that I'm not like this and I'm not like that. One thing I can say, and I can stand on this. There's nobody out watching this or anything that can ever say that I have ever snaked them. I had ever done anything that's grimy to them. I have always been a stand-up person. I have always been a person of my word. And that's what, I deal with people like that. That's why my circle is so small, because I think the reason why you have so many issues is because you're more of an extroverted person than me. Quadruple the people that I know. So when you dealing with a lot of people, you run into a whole bunch of different personalities. You run into a whole bunch of different stuff that I don't have to deal with because I'm mean. Like, I don't really take the new people. I watch people. I watch how people move. And that's why I keep my circle so small, because like I don't have like the people that I'm cool with. I've been in situations where I know they're gonna have my back. Just like my boy Bo that I shouted out. I remember one time it was a situation where I was about to be locked up by the police and I couldn't call my father.
You said by the police, like it was somebody else.
Yeah, but listen, like I couldn't. At this time I stayed on 185th and Lakeshore, right? It was a situation that happened. Maybe one day I'll share that story.
That's a Euclid, right?
Close to
Euclid.
Yeah,
because that Euclid is bad now.
No, I used to stay in Euclid too. I used to stay on East 122nd. But it was a situation I couldn't call my mom because my mom was in California and she was out in the mountains. So I tried to call her. I couldn't get in contact with her, and I called my boy Bo. And it was like 6 o'clock in the evening. He lived all the way in Akron. I was like, look, dude, I'm in this situation. I might be getting locked up. I'm going to need somebody to bail me out. He instantly drove all the way from Akron, all up to Cleveland to 185th and Lakeshore. Luckily, I wasn't taken to jail. But, that showed me, like, hey, he stopped what he was doing and drove 45 minutes from Akron to make sure I was cool. So, that's who I tend to deal with. I tend to deal with people. Like, I've always dealt with people that's always, when it comes friend-wise, they always have my back. So, I never heard my friends say, oh, I'm loyal, because they showed me that. They have always shown me that they loyal. So, there's no need for you to even use that word.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm always been like a person that float to different people.
You too nice though. I tell you that all the
But
time.
I used to be, and I ain't gonna say like I've always been. But when I used to drink, I used to, I've snaked a couple of people. But if you were cool, but I ain't gonna lie, dude. I've done some. When you were saying that, I was like, dang, I can't say that. I can't stand on that. I was like that. But I've learned during my sobriety that that's not how you. And I got sober young. Yeah. Like I got sober when I was 24. I learned that ain't how to live and that ain't how to do people. But I used to like, cause my thing was if you don't like me, that ain't a good enough reason. Let me give you this reason, that reason. Not to like you. You know what I'm saying? But I started realizing, like, you know what? That is not good energy to give to people. Yeah. The one thing that I feel like when I went to when I decided I wanted to be sober and I went to when I went to treatment, right? Yeah. And they taught me. They said, you know, you have a relationship with God. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter what religion, you got to have a relationship with something higher than yourself. Yeah. And having that relationship, you got to do the right thing. Mm-hmm. You got to go through these steps, and you got to actually make amends to people. Yeah. And that right there was the moment where I realized. And then I think like a lot of times now you say I'd be too nice. I feel like that's a lot of my dad in me too, because I've watched my dad help people, and I have I want to see people win. Right? Yeah. I want to see people win, and a lot of times I be more worried about somebody winning than myself, and then I end up in a situation where
I mean that's at times
I told you where I'm at right now.
Yeah, that's a good quality, but sometimes you got wolves out here.
Yeah, and I told you where I'm at right now. I told you, I said I'm looking at people like the reason why you sleep on the air mattress is why. That's probably where you need to be, because these are decisions you made in your life that got you in these certain situations, right? Yeah. So I'm starting to look at people in their bad situations and be like, man, I ain't about to be helping nobody in their bad situation, because you know what? You created these situations for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I have a really good friend, and I know that his grandmother passed, right? Mm-hmm. And he a really good person. Like he's a really good person, but he's younger than me. He's a really good person. Now, if he in a bad situation, and I remember him being in a bad situation, I made sure I was there for that person. Yeah. And I don't regret it to this day, because this is like one of the best people I know. You know what I'm saying? We years apart, but he's a good person, like a good friend. You know what I'm saying? Like a little brother. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But there's certain other people that be in bad situations. I done looked them up and I be like, man, like why did I do that? Yeah. Because in the long run, it's like you just an opportunistic person. Man, and then I have another person I know that, you know, during COVID, I know that they do hair, right? Mm-hmm. And when I was still working, I was still paying my barber during COVID. Shout out to Kenneth. I was still paying my barber during COVID, because I feel like, man, this is how these people make their money. Yeah. And there was another, I ain't gonna say her name, but I was giving her, sending her money, because I know that's how she was making money. And I remember last time I sent her some money, she sent me a picture of like all the stuff it was corny. She sent me a picture of all the stuff that she bought, and she said, "You made me cry today." Because sometimes it pays to be good.
Yeah, I understand that, but I feel like, man, and I said this too when I was doing my community outreach. It's like a lot of times, you know,
us on probation. Go ahead.
us as good people, we have to realize we can't save everybody. You know, you can't. People out there, you can't save everybody. So you have to put yourself first. You have to learn how to put yourself first, or whatever. So, you know, you need to start being mean like me. Stop being nice. And
somebody,
for real.
Do you know who was that? Oh my God, I gotta remember what. Somebody bought me a book, and I can't remember the person. They bought me a book, The Art of Saying No. Because they said that I'd be saying yes to people too much. Yeah, and who was it? Why I want to say was that John? No. Why I want to say? I think it was somebody white, but I can't remember who it was. Because he said I'd be saying yes. And they bought me a book. It was like, I want you to read this because you're always saying yes to everybody. Yeah. And I read it, but I still continue to say yes. I know we're about to finish the show, but before we finish the show, dude, that cup right there What?
This is like.
Hold it up in the camera.
This right here.
What? What is in the?
Wait,
what?
Like pencils?
What? Cassie and Diddy? Allegedly?
No, man, this is
what?
This
Is
I do that. This electrolytes,
yeah.
man, because I just can't.
I don't even want to smell it. That's electro piss. But So we want to thank y'all for viewing another episode of Thought OPPS.
Yeah, just our conversation.
Just a conversation, just having a good time, talking about different things. I hope I ain't offend nobody.
And if we did, we ops anyway.
Yeah,
we kind of like.
So tune in.
We kind of like ops.
Have a good weekend.
Hold up, man. Can I
go ahead?
Say my
pleasure. And Merry Christmas too.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
And Happy Hanukkah. Happy Kwanzaa.
Yeah, all that stuff.
All
whatever. Feliz Navidad. All that good stuff. I think we got a guest next week, right? We have a guest next week.
Yeah, we have a guest next week.
Yeah, so hey, just shout out to all y'all. Leave some information in the comments if y'all want to keep having these conversations. Whatever y'all want us to talk about. 2024 is about to drop. We got some stuff that we're working on. We got some surprises for you guys or whatever. We're gonna start off the new year right or whatever.
And then we're meeting with the
I don't know if we're gonna say that right now. Until they put it.
Yeah. Okay.
So you guys will see it or whatever. And then we got a little surprise.
And I had a good conversation with somebody that did the show with Davey. I had a good conversation with him today.
Yeah, shout out to Davey. I know he having an event too or whatever. Yeah, but we got a little something coming up 2024. We're gonna be, let y'all guys know. So
and,
appreciate it.
All right, appreciate it. Did you buy yourself something for Christmas?
Yeah, I bought myself.
Okay.
I bought me some. The black foam posits came out. I got the black foam posits. I always wanted them. Got myself something for Christmas. Everything else, my son.
Okay. Yeah, I just figured you get something from Target or where do you like to buy your clothes at again?
Goodwill.
Yeah. All right. Hey, I have a good night. Peace.
Peace.
Stand on business, brother.
And bring it to the light.
Yeah.